Hey everyone, Chell here with Prismatic Powders, and today we're going to demonstrate how to take that copper patina look to the next level. All you need for this is some simple tools, a little bit of patience, and a good process. Tools needed for this are a spray bottle with water, a small sponge, a separate container, also for water, and of course a fine selection of prismatic powders. Our base coat is Copper Jacket because it's the lighter of the two coppers. I'm just laying down a light but even coat, roughly 1.5 to 2 mils. I'm starting with my test panel and then I'll be moving on to more complex shapes. You'll see that I follow this flow throughout the process. After the base is on, it needs to flow out in the oven. After flow out and cool down, it's time for the next layer, and that's anodized copper. For this layer, I want good coverage of roughly 2 mils. Once the second layer is on, we're going to use some filtered and compressed air to create some random blotches that reveal the base color. You really need to be easy on the trigger and feather the air. You don't want to overdo it. I find that it's better to have the darker overall look at this point because everything we do next is going to reveal more of the base color little by little. When you're happy with the ratio of dark versus light, it is time to deploy a spray bottle. It's important that you use a spray pattern for this versus the stream. Some bottles have stream and spray. Make sure it's spray. Start from about 2 to 3 feet away, give it a couple squirts, and then check the look. You may need to adjust your distance. You want the water to break up the anodized copper. If you get too close and the droplets get too large, they'll run, so pay close attention during this step. Once the anodized copper layer is satisfactorily broken up, it's time for the next step. Using a damp sponge, lightly dab around the edges of the blotches. Try not to smear during this step. Movements should be very perpendicular to the surface. You'll notice how the sponge is breaking up the anodized bronze layer even more. And you can also use the sponge to transfer some of that anodized bronze to the more exposed areas of Copper Jacket. This will give you a little more depth and detail and dimension. It's important to work methodically during this step. Take your time and pause to make sure you're happy with the look. What you're doing now is going to become the foundation for the patina steps. Alright, it's time to get this into the oven to flash. With the copper layers flashed and cooled, it's time for Patina Teal. I'm going to give it about a 2.5 mil coat evenly over the whole thing. Now with that layer complete, we're going to add another color before we do anything else. So I'm going to add GM Teal to specific areas of the parts. Not the whole thing. This is going to give it more of a broken up pattern to work with for the next phase. I think the air is removing too much teal from the panel, so I'm going to skip this step on the other part. From here you've got a couple of choices and we'll show you both. You can use just the damp sponge, or you can use a combination of the spray bottle technique and the damp sponge to break up the teal layers. You'll get slightly different looks and we can show you both at the end of the process. Again, patience is key. Work on one area, then stop and look at it a bit before you move on, so you don't get too carried away. I'm really liking the look of the separate layers of the two-tone teal. Feel free to use the damp sponge to wipe at this phase. You'll reveal more of that two-tone base color. This is just based on personal preference. I'm happy with where things are now, so they're going in the oven for a partial cure before we get the clear coat on. I'm going to use matte clear. I don't want the end result to be too glossy, so matte clear it is. After this, we'll fully cure it and take a look at the results. Now that's it for this video. Hopefully it gives you some good ideas and good encouragement to try this technique yourself. Thanks for watching. See you next time.